Hi guys, Firmbie with you, and welcome to Car Mechanic 2015. We should be live any minute now, so we go to return to garage. For those who haven't seen this before, my name's Firmbie. I enjoy the older Car Mechanic 2015 content, so if you are new here, go and check out my channel. There's a range of Car Mechanic, both the 15-minute repairs series on the channel there, as well as full restorations. If you enjoy your full restorations of your cars, go and check that as well. Okay, but today we'll actually be doing a few repairs here. You may remember last time we purchased another slut over here in the garage. For those who haven't seen this before, my name's Firmbie. I enjoy the older car. That's going to be better. Oh, I actually had the stream going on the other channel, there on the other screen. That was very intelligent of me now, was it? Bear with me 2 seconds, guys. I'll be right back with you. Just a couple of settings I need to change out so that that doesn't happen again. But it is telling me that I'm live, which is awesome, and you guys should be seeing a fairly healthy stream, which is Captain Rye. How you doing, brother? Yeah, thanks for dropping by. We got Captain Rye in the house, good mate of mine from over in World of Warships. Actually, if you enjoy your World of Warships, go and check out Captain Rye's channel, guys. Return to garage. He does some awesome content on World of Warships. So, yeah, thanks for dropping by, Captain Rye. Actually, you're probably one of the last people I actually would have thought of dropping over and watching Car Mechanic, to be honest. But I do appreciate you dropping by nonetheless, man. Now we're just about to start some work on this DeLorean, the DeLorean DMC-12. For those who haven't seen that, then yeah, made famous by the Back to the Future series of movies. And we've got a little bit to do on this old girl actually. Change oil. So our magic number is 64%. So as I said before, it is important actually to recall what that magic number is there. You don't have to repair any of your parts over that 64%. So find and fix running gear problems. Car is loud, that refers to your muffler and exhaust systems. Find or replace body parts. So let's see what we got. Actually, did it tell us body parts wise? I should take more notice. Front right door, front right fender. Okay, that's the front left, front right door. Awesome. You've got nothing better to do, Captain Ryan. Oh, I like it. Hood, rear bumper, hood, trunk, rear bumper. What else was there? Rear bumper, right tail light and trunk. Well, we've got the trunk, right tail light. I mean, it's probably just as easy to take the all the damn parts off and do them anyway. But let's see whether we can repair any of the frame. Car is already fixed. We don't need to do that. Oops. Now I spoke about this before. I mean, obviously we pulled the parts off there, which are in our inventory. We just simply go by condition. And again, our magic number is 64% now. As you can see, that rear right tail light is 59 now. The reason I say that is again the importance of sorting up or putting your experience points into your repair table. You reckon changing light bulbs is about it, mate? Oh, I don't know. We do what we can. What did we say? 64, wasn't it? 72. That will do us. So obviously, once these parts are repaired up to our required value or exceeding our required value, they simply go back on, and that should satisfy the repair component of that, which it does. It gives us a green light in that particular section there. I'll tell you what, Captain Ryan, I might have to pick your brain sometime there, brother. is that I'm actually pretty new to this live streaming thingy, so hopefully the audio's sounding alright to you. You should have a slight music in the background. I can't hear it, but you should be able to. Excuse me while I just drink my coffee while it's still warm. So yeah, let me know what the audio is like there, Captain Rye, if you wouldn't mind, whether it's good, bad, or otherwise, and I can make some changes on the fly. Speaking about things being loud, this car is loud. Actually, what we might do is actually check the exhaust manifold. Is the word I'm looking for. And as I first thought, this exhaust manifold is certainly going to be one of the culprits. Your stream was terrible. Why is that? Oh, that's terrible. 50% win rate. Oh, my heart bleeds, brother. A 50% win rate. Yes, you poor bugger. Audio sounds reasonable. Oh, okay. Oh, cheers for that. The exhaust manifold was one of them and the rear muffler was the other one. So I'm wondering whether we can actually, I don't think we can repair those. Exhaust manifold, that's the one on the other side, wasn't it? So he's going to be fine. Let's go to our inventory by condition as we do. Exhaust manifold for a V6. Okay, tablet. Exhaust manifold for a V6, wasn't it? Actually, I don't think it's actually under exhaust. I think it's under engine. What about if we just simply go V6? Would it come up? Exhaust manifold for a V6. That's the credit we want. Let's get rid of that out of our inventory. And a rear muffler for V6. V6. Rear muffler V6. Again, let's get that out of the inventory. And we should be able to get that back on fairly smartly. So if it's sounding pretty reasonable there, Captain Ryan, what about quality wise? Not losing, doesn't look like it's losing too many frames, that type of thing. Let's get that exhaust manifold. We've got a brand new on one side and the second hand one on the other, but that's fine. We actually don't need two brand newies on the engine. We just need that one in there. So certainly a different format, isn't it? Actually going live compared to doing YouTube videos. Car is loud. We've got green lights across the board there. Awesome, awesome. Find and fix running gear problems. We actually haven't got any of those. I wonder if we can run it through the test path. There's not a bad idea either. That may actually give us more of an idea of the components that are actually going to need replacing. So those who haven't actually seen the test pass before, oh my god, words in English, guys. Let me just gobble down this coffee. What I was trying to say is those who haven't seen this test path before, it's just a matter of checking out the brakes, suspension, and it'll actually give you a written report right at the end there. So press and hold the brake, that'd be a great thing. And as you can see, just testing the brakes on that particular section. We'll just move on to the next station there. Gives a bit of a shake, rattle and roll, just testing the suspension. And does exactly the same thing for the rears as well. So if you haven't put any experience points into your test path, it wouldn't be one of the first things I would there's an examination report that I mentioned. Double wishbone shock absorber. So the shockies are rooted. Rubber bushes, that doesn't surprise me at all. The other shocks, upper suspension arm. Okay, so we got shockies, we got suspension arms. Okay, that gives us a pretty good plan of attack. While that is going, I'll just jump over to this and have a look how we're tracking. So it looks like it's reasonably healthy. So the quality must be okay going out to you guys. Return to garage. So that's what I was striving to see. But as I said, it's all a I'm learning as I go, basically. So if you got anyone's got any pointers that would help me out to produce a better quality stream, settings in OBS or an overlay on OBS, or anyone that's quite familiar with the OBS format, I'd love to hear from you and find out how your settings are set up, the type of things I should be looking for, that shouldn't be looking for. Look, I'm a complete noob when it comes to this, so I think this is my third stream off the top of my head. As I said, I normally do I do a YouTube clip, so, and you got, well, because I'm more familiar with it, I've got more of an idea of what's going on and what's being produced, and if it looks like crap, then I'd simply delete it and re-record it. But of course, being live, you can't do that. It's Adam's in the house. How you doing, man? Sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I'm involved with my own little world here, man. So thanks for dropping by, actually, Adam. Adam, meet Captain Rye. Captain Rye, meet Adam. As I was just saying, Captain Rye's quite a famous YouTuber over in the World of Warships circles, and does an awesome series on the World of Warships. Adam's also got a YouTube channel, sorry guys, and I think you do car mechanic as well as bus, what's it called, Euro Truck Simulator, off the top of my head. Have I got that right there, Adam? You could never get OBS to work right. Well, that's interesting, actually. I mean, I had a bit of a play around, but I mean, hopefully I've got it right. But as I was saying, if anyone's got any helpful tips, then I am all ears. I've got no shame in if someone says, look, Firmbie, you're doing this completely wrong. I'm more than happy to listen. What are we missing? Found all those. Engine oil and filter. Looks like, I'll tell you what, while she's in the air, let's rip this oil filter off down the other end, idiot, because this is a back to front, this engine. Yeah, can I find that damn oil filter? I got it correct. Oh, there you go. Wonders never cease. Oil filter up there. Get off, you little critter. I think it was a black one, wasn't it? No, it was a green one. Oil filter for V6 for a V6. That one there. These are not the. I'm not a big fan of working on these motors. It always throws me. I'm just used to that standard motor where the engine's at the right bloody end. Euro Truck Simulator and Outlast. Actually, that's good to know. Cheers for that, Adam. I've not got into the Euro Truck Simulator, to be honest. I've seen a few vids on it, but Oh, look, I might get into it. I mean, I suppose it sits up there with a lot of the other sims. Really, it is you know, train simulator and although so I mean, at the end of the day, each to their own. But let's drain the oil out first. There's no point putting brand new oil on top of old oil, is there? For those mechanics out there, yep, my bad. Now, what a smart person would actually go and get the oil catching device way over there in the corner, but you know, that sounds like hard work. And this little mechanic doesn't feel like hard work, to be honest. And where's your butt plug? There it is, there, isn't it? Yep. Straight on the floor. As I always said, that's what the apprentice is for. You can clean that up. That's what we pay him for. We pay him minimum wage to clean up oil spills. Now we can put some brand new oil in, and that should satisfy one of those prerequisites. Now, a lot of people think you can actually overfill the oil. You can't actually. It'll give you a little graphic in a moment when it is full, but you don't actually get penalised. So you can see it sort of gives you a little graphic that it's overflowing, but you don't actually get penalised for that. So Cars Lab, we did that bit. Engine and filter, we did that bit. Find and fix running gear problems. Now we've actually taken all those off there, and as I was saying, our magic number is 64. Oh, okay, that's interesting, Adam. I wasn't aware that you actually did Train Simulator as well. Okay, and how do you find Train Simulator? You enjoy it? As I said, I've only seen 1 or 2 clips of it, so I can't give you an honest answer as to whether it's good, bad, or otherwise. Looks like we've got some parts to buy. A lot of those parts, we'll just try that very, very quickly again, but yeah, a lot of those parts that we had aren't going to fix up, so it looks like we're going to have to buy the damn things, which sucks terribly. Sway bar B. Front sway bar B. Front sway bar B. Rear wheel hub B. I think we've got some rear hubs already in inventory, have we not? Rear wheel hub B. Let's have a look here. No. Okay. Where are you? Rear wheel hub B. That's one there. Rear shock absorber cap. So let's have look. We want 1 cap and 1 spring, don't we? Spring cap, and the other 2 are fine. These 2 are, you know, exceed our 64% required. Yeah, I'm hearing you there, Adam. Where do you draw the line in the sand and think, yeah, well, that's enough games. Although I've deliberately put money aside for, yeah, you don't have to guess what we put money aside for, do you? Car Mechanic 2018. Yeah, those who don't know and have been living under a rock, 2018, well, you look at Playway website, and it's down to be released this month. But you go over to Steam and it's saying that it's being released soon. Yeah, soon. Thank you very much, guys. Telling us soon means 3/5 of NAFL. How about being a bit more specific? Double wishband shock absorbers 2 of. Yeah, so saying it's soon, yeah, took about putting the bait on the end of the hook and throwing it out there. Rubber bushes, 1 of. Rubber bushes, 1 of. Front shock cap, 1 of. Again, I don't think we've got any spares of that laying around. The front cap. Now the spring itself meets our required repair value, so we just need a front cap. Now we should just be able to go cap, and it should. Of course, I could be entirely wrong. It has happened before. Thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken. Front spring, one off. Oh, you want the cap, you idiot. Front spring cap. Why is that not coming up? I'm not pressing the right one, obviously. Front shock absorber cap. There it is. I've probably looked past it a couple of times, haven't I? You've probably been sitting there laughing at me, haven't you? Yeah, thank you very much. Ancient cities. Oh, okay. Is that sort of like a banished Age of Empires type builder game? Mm-hmm. 64. That'll. Oh no, it doesn't exceed it, but it meets it nonetheless. So, excuse me. Oh, I'm frog in the throat. Really, something that you really don't need while you're live. But you know, it is what it is. Let's get those front springs on. Brand new, it goes on there. This front sway bar, we had to buy a brand new one of those. The rubber bushes, we had to get a couple of new ones of those. The sway bar, that's the original sway bar. We didn't have to do anything to that thing, which would be good. And normally I'd be doing a restoration, but I've just got to get my bank balance back up a bit more before I go back into the auction house and get another car. I mean, I probably could get a car from the auction house, but oh look, by the time you drop 20-25k on something half decent, yeah, it doesn't leave a lot of room to spend some money on it. So I mean, we could pop over to the strippers, I suppose, and get some parts over there. Still cracks me up when you say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna spend $1,000 and go over to the strippers." That just sounds so wrong. But that's what it's called. It's called the car strippers, so that's what we will continue to call it. Get these calipers whacked on. We didn't have to do anything to those calipers. The wheels look pretty crappy as well, but it still exceeds our 64% required repair value, so we won't need to touch those. Another rear spring. Real wheel hub, brand new one of those. Love you, I love my accent. Oh, cheers, man. Well, I'll tell you what. Can you guess? By the way I sound, see if you can guess. I'll give you a hint. We don't put shrimps on the barbecue. Oh, you know, a lot of people say, "Oh, you're Australian. You must put shrimp on the barbecue." No, no. A, no one calls them shrimp, and B, no one cooks them on the barbecue. So yeah, I'm Australian, mate. I live in Australia, South Australia to be quite specific. Green lights across the board is what we're looking for, and oh look, I won't run through all this. We're watching as we go. Repaired up to 64%. Money earned just a smidgen over $5 grand, so that'll look quite good once we finished it. Sway bar front end link B. Missing it for a sway bar. No, no, you're not wrong. It is Australia, mate. Yep, live in Australia. I suppose, like a lot of places, is that you know, as long as you don't say, you know, sound like a Tasmanian or a New Zealanders. I think a lot of people get upset if you call you know, an Australian person a New Zealander, or a New Zealander an Australian. What am I looking for? I keep losing my train of thought, guys. Front sway bar, wasn't it? Let's go to inventory. Front sway bar. I didn't think I actually took... That's the front sway bar there. There's nothing missing. Okay, let's drop it back to the ground and see what it tells us. Let's pop him down. And... can I perform this action? Sway bar, front end link B. Oh, the end link. Okay. Did I take it off on this side? Ah, there we go. We have a winner. Winner chicken dinner. Rotary hoe. Now we should be able to get this down and fuck this off. If I can press the right button. Oh, you're kidding me. We're going to play this game, are we? Righto. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Oh, you've been mistaken as Canadian. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, same deal there, Captain Rye, is that you know, Canadians don't like being called Americans, and Americans don't like being Canadians. So it's the same thing in this neck of the woods. But you know, end of the day, we all sound the same. Well, I was going to say we all speak English, but same sort of thing. People say, "Oh, you speak English in Australia?" No, we don't speak English. We speak Australian. Because at the end of the day, the Australian, we've actually butchered the English, the English language. Half the things we say and the way we say them is we've actually just butchered the bloody the English language. So yes, we've pretty well got our own dialect. Yay! Thank goodness. Here's a little critter, wasn't it? Yeah, I thought you'd be from the UK, yeah. I think it's only because, let's have a look at this main M8. General running gear control and repair. Again, we'll run that through the test path while I'm just having a bit of a chin wag. Test path, where are we? This one here. It's only because at work, you know, I actually work from let's just call it a large company, and a lot of contractors come from all over the world with different expertise. So we don't speak English, we should you speak Mexican. Yeah, so I think that's a subject best left alone there, Captain Rye. Yeah, as I was saying, is that at work we have a wide range of people from a wide range of countries, and yeah, the UK is one of them. So what I was getting to is that, yeah, exposed to a sort of, you know, South African, from the UK, New Zealand, really all over the shop, American, Canadian. So yeah, it's I'd let's call it a dialect, a sound that I would say familiar with, but I've heard it before. So if someone starts speaking and they're from New Zealand, well, you can generally pick up that the country that they're from, or South African or American, or a bit harder to pick Canadian American, to be honest. Sorry, Captain Rye, but you generally got to listen fairly closely to pick the difference. But if you listen to them for a little while, you can pick that up after a while. But not as obvious as some of those others I just mentioned. Let's whack this over in the paint shop and paint with factory colours. There is going to be a fight. There's going to be blood on the floor in a minute. Oh, I did actually misread that, didn't I? I do apologise. Actually, what I'll do is just make that like that, so I can actually see that a little bit better. What am I doing here? I'm pressing a lot of buttons and not getting very far, am I? Repaint the car in stock colours. Find and fix gearbox. So we've got to pull the old gearbox apart and find the parts in there. Our magic number is 89%, so we need to keep that in mind. While we're pulling the gearbox out, we can pull the brake components off. Timing gears. Okay, so we've got gearbox, brake and timing gears. So literally a shit ton of stuff we need to pull off. Yes, I don't know whether that's a metric shit ton or an imperial shit ton, but it's a lot of parts. Okay, so let's start with these brake components. Calipers, pads, ventilator, he didn't look too bad. That wheel bearing should be okay. Upper and lower suspension arms look good. That's your. We'll get to that later. We've got a tensioning belt, looks a bit shagged on the front there, but we'll get to him later. So what we'll do is get all these brake components off, not forgetting about the well, I presume it's got an ABS model. Actually, okay, the camera went all wonky there. That's handy. Let's get these inner and outer tie rods off, because it looks like that steering rack's going to need some love as well. Yeah. We'll fly over this side. Yeah, no, what happened there? The camera just decided to go for a bit of a wander by itself. So, and yeah, sort of threw me there for a sec. Outer tie rod, inner tie rod, and we can get that steering rack out of there. Now what we're doing over here, we've got the brake components from there. We want to get the brake components from down this rear end, and then start looking at those clutch components, those clutch and gearbox components. Oh, you shot your rifle, Captain Rye. Oh, awesome. I'm presuming you're talking about real life rifle, not like in game. I probably shouldn't really say this on air, but I can totally relate. Being from the country myself, literally, I mean, I live in what we call a city now. The city's got 16,000 people. That's what we call a city over here. But what I was getting to is that I'm actually originally from a little country town that had about 300 people in it. So so when I say yes, I'm from the country, yeah, I'm from the country. So yeah, shooting and hunting was very much part of our upbringing. So as was we all learnt to drive from a very I was driving since I was, I don't know, 9-10 years old, and shooting by the time I was, out hunting by the time I was certainly 12. So yes, firearms and shooting and hunting was what we used to do as well. So I can totally relate. Yeah, well, that's very true. There are some slight dialects on, if someone says chips. Really, I think as an Australian, it really depends on your context of how you say it in a sentence too. If if you're going for chips, it's hot chips. But if you go down to the deli and get a packet of chips, well, it's a packet of crisps. So I mean that would throw a lot of people, I think. So oh, awesome! Oh, I'll be looking forward to that actually. What caliber you're looking at there, Captain Rye? I've shot a number of calibers, both hunting and I wouldn't say professionally, but for target shooting. I used to shoot a range of competition, just local competition stuff, not international competition stuff. Did a lot of hunting with 7.62 and 6.5s, as well as a smaller caliber stuff too. Your 22s. We used to go rabbit hunting with 22s. You use anything bigger than 22, there's not much of the old rabbit left when you shoot a rabbit with a 6.5 or a 7.62. Yeah, all you got left is minced rabbit. Still look for some other parts. Perhaps it's the ABS. Where's that ABS? There it is. No, it's alright guys, you can stop looking now. I found it. 5.56. Oh yeah. Semi-auto. I don't think I've actually shot 5.56 to be honest. It was a... Oh, you're testing the memory box now. It was a 7.62 by 39 and I don't know what the 6.5 was to be honest. I had a lever action in 6.5 and semi-auto in 7.62. Only because the 7.62 used to be that cheap. I mean, I used to load the 6.5, but it was never worth loading the 7.62. Not when you can buy the cheap ass. And yeah, I mean, when you go hunting too, you don't want to be chasing your cases all over the shop either. So I used to just use the cheap 7.62, especially when you go in semi-auto and you're looking at feral animals. We never used to go hunting for. We did go hunting for profit. I used to help out a professional roo shooter there for a number of years, and but when you're just hunting feral animals, and you come across a heap of them, you don't want to be chasing your cases. It's so yeah, you used to use the 7.62 and not have to worry about finding the cases afterwards. Oh, I've gained a subscriber and I've missed it. Oh no. Oh, thanks man. Oh, he's got a 30.06. Nice. I've shot 9mm, but just down range, just like an indoor shooting range. I haven't shot 9mm out in the field, but I haven't shot a 30.06. That's that'd be lever action, isn't it? I'm not familiar with 3006. I know a couple of friends have used 3006s, or does use 3006, but I haven't myself. What should we do? Go over to here and see if there's any of these we can repair up. We'll be looking for 89, isn't it? Do we actually get all the parts off? No. So, strange noise from engine bay. What am I missing? This is where it gets interesting, because really you just got to dig deeper and deeper until you find what you're after. Noise from engine bay. Ignition coils maybe? What was that coming? Ignition was 96. I'll pull all these out. 89, 95. Mm-hmm. 89, 90. Doesn't look like there's any of these engine, any of these coils. Yeah, no worries at all, Adam. Thanks for dropping by. I do appreciate you dropping by. It means a lot that you call by and say good day. Yeah, if you have a streaming, man, just poke me on Steam, and I'd love to drop by and have a look at some of the games that you play. If you're streaming anything of it, I'm certainly going to be checking them out when you release them on the YouTube thing. So again, yeah, thanks for dropping by, Adam. I do appreciate it. It's probably a good thing I can't hear the music, because you probably oh, here we go, winner chicken dinner. It's probably glad that I can't hear the music, because you probably have me singing along. Here's one, and that's not something you'd want to be looking forward to. I'll give you the big tip. Me trying to sing. Oh, and there's the other one. You little bastards. All that for just two clips. Parts still not discovered. Okay, we're going to have to delve deeper and deeper. Well, we've got to get all this timing gear off at the front here anyway, so... where is the timing gear? Oh, actually at the back, not the front. We're going to have to get those clutch components off before we get to that timing gear, aren't we? Alright, Captain Rye, thanks for dropping by. Again, I do appreciate it. It means a lot, actually, to some of the people that I know dropping by. It does mean a lot. So thanks again, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I should be around a little bit later. I might even pull up World Warships a little bit later if well, I might even still be doing this by that stage too. This is dragging on, this one here, a bit. Normally I don't these don't take this long, even the restorations, but yeah, no worries, man. I'll catch you in a little while. So we need to go back to the engine bay. Let's get that out of the way. Damn thing. And that thing. Alright, now we've got a clear view of what we're looking at. Timing chain. Now that timing chain. Now that timing chain. How many timing chains does the bloody thing need? That should be the last of the timings. Oh, for goodness sake. Still parts not discovered. Okay, let's get rid of that. I reckon it's one of these cam gears. What do you reckon? Actually, it looks like all four of those cam gears. Now, to get to those cam gears, does that engine head need to come off, or can we take them straight off? We can take them straight off. Good, good, good. That's going to take a lot of save a lot of work. And we've still got parts that we haven't found. Strange noise from engine bay. Look, yeah, I mean, we're going to have to. I'm going to have to make sure I've finished by the time we finish the stream. So this stream may actually drag on for a little bit. We've been running for about 45 minutes odd now, but I'm just going to keep pulling bits apart until I find this damn thing. This is going to drive me nuts if I can't find it. Noise from the engine bay. Strange noise from the engine bay. Okay, well, I'll take you off then. He looks alright actually. It's 99, so he's going to be fine. He can go back. Don't think it's one of these rollers. He's a 98. No. Oh, I wonder. I wonder. Let's drop the oil pan off and see if it's actually one of the crankshaft clips. And this is oil's gonna go everywhere. Okay. And these are the. Where are you? Crankshaft bearing caps is what I was looking for. He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. There should be one more, isn't there? Up in here somewhere. And he's fine. Well, it wasn't those. Well, I'm stuck, to be honest. Unless someone else has got any ideas. We're just going to have to start pulling stuff off until we find it. I think that's the... I mean, it wouldn't be as simple as these spark plugs, surely. 97, 91. I mean, they all these look pretty good to begin with. So actually, we'll pull them all out and check the inventory after. No, it wouldn't be the manifold, surely. No, he's 90%. You wouldn't think it'd be this hard now, would you? Hopefully it's not that crankshaft, because that would really drive me nuts. I should stop procrastinating and just do it. Just start pulling all this snot off until we can find the part that's but that we still haven't found. Yeah, I generally like to have some idea of where I'm going and what I'm doing, but when you get to parts like this where, or areas of the game like this where you can't find the part that you're after, I mean, at the end of the day, it's really sort of the part of the challenge of the game, isn't it, is to find the parts and repair them. So, I mean, generally after playing, look, it must be well and truly over 200 hours of this game, you can pretty well find the parts that you're needing fairly soon. But when it comes up with these little googly ones like this and you can't find them, it drives you absolutely nuts, and doesn't make for very entertaining viewing, to be honest. But again, it is what it is. Camshaft, let's see, 18%. Winner, chicken dinner. That's what it was. Alright, well, let's see if we can't repair that little critter up. And camshaft. Well, we're looking at 89, aren't we? We might have already done it. Okay, inventory. Sorting by condition. Brake calipers, we need 2 of. Actually, well, let's narrow the search down into brake. That'll make it more of a sense. So we want 2 calipers, a disc and a ventilator, yeah? Brake, 2 calipers, a disc and a ventilated. 2 calipers, a disc and a ventilated. 2 pads, that one and that one are fine. 2 pads, don't need those. 74, we need another caliper. Probably end up with too many of those. So we also want a starter, which I'm pretty sure we actually don't have any of those. No, we don't. So a starter for a V8 is what we're looking for. Starter for V8. Done. What else? Turbocharger V12. V12 turbocharger. I know we don't have any of those, so turbocharger V12. Water pump for a V12. Actually, what we could do is type in V12, and that should, no, okay, perhaps it won't. A W12, you idiot. There we go, that's what we wanted. We should have to flick it over too many times. So water pump for a W12. You're looking for the water pump? Where are you? Water pump, W12. Water pump. Yes, I want to do that. And if we narrow this down to all W12 components, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 cam gears. Cam gears. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Camshaft caps, 2 of. 2 of. Belt tensioner, 1 of. Timing chain A and B. Timing chain A. Okay, so there's two timing chain A's and one B. Two timing chain A's and a timing chain B. Go back to inventory. There's your B out of there, and an A and an A. Water pump pulley, one of those critters. Water pump pulley. Timing chain sprocket. Don't actually get to see the timing chain sprocket for a W12 very often either. It's only the second or third time I've actually seen that myself. Let's see, steering rack. So it's a standard steering rack. Steering rack. Lovely. Did we not have a number of clutch components? No, just the one that was routed. Okay, clutch pressure plate. Let's go over to our gearbox, clutch pressure plate. And let's go all by condition. So we still want, 89%, wasn't it? So we want a rubber bushing. So he's only $6 or something. So he's pretty cheap. Rubber bushing. Actually, we might even retain that because some of the repairs only want sort of the 50-60%. So we'll actually, no, bugger it. Get rid of it. Front spring. Can't he be repaired up? Actually, we want to repair these, don't we? 89. Ooh, will I go? Nah, I'll leave him. Okay. Inventory is the one we want. 89. Front spring. Front spring. Spring to ding ding. Front spring. Just to make it easier. And our crankshaft pulley V8 is already at 89. So we'll just check on all by condition just to make sure that we haven't missed anything, because knowing me, I will. And we should just about be in a position to put this damn thing back together. Taking a month of Sundays just to do this, I tell you. So as I'm putting these parts back in, guys, again, bit of a self promotion, bit of a self plug is that on the channel here we do a range of different games. It really depends on what I feel like. And there's some World of Warships videos if you're into your World of Warships. I hang out with a gaming community called Ages 7. We're an Australian-based gaming community, and yeah, I'd love for you to pop on by and just Google it. You'll find us on TeamSpeak and Discord and websites and Twitch channels, and we've got the whole myriad of things going on. But yeah, Ages 7 is what you're looking for. If there's not a link in this particular video, then there'll be a link in a number of other videos that I've got up there, guys. But as I said, Ages 7 is the gaming community that I've been knocking around with quite a number of years, and good bunch of guys and girls that basically we just get together, hang out, and enjoy our gaming passions. But be it things like obviously car mechanic, whether it's any of the Sims games, any of the Astroneer. Quite often I get going on Astroneer. World of Warships is another one I play quite regularly. But there's also a bunch of MOBAs and FPSs, and really depends on what you're into. If you're not into your World of Warships, then I can almost guarantee that there's someone in the organisation somewhere that plays a game that you're actually into. So I mean, even though we are an Australian gaming community, we've actually got members from all over the world. So, and if you're worried about the time zone, then we've got some American guys and some Canadian guys that jump on. When we go to get our beauty sleep, they're online as well. So they'll be your go-to people. Speaking about go-to people, we generally got as I said, games like Dungeons and Dragons and Stellaris and things of that nature. So we generally got coordinators for most games that we play across. PlayerUnknown Battlefield Grounds, I think it's called, is taking off lately. We regularly stream that. We've got a range of people that do obviously YouTube and streams, generally on Twitch. So if you don't want to play the game, you can certainly watch it. But yeah, drop on by, come and check us out, and see what you think. We'd love to hear from you. Even if you just drop by our Discord and say hello, that would be awesome. Now, what else have we got to go? We should be able to put some of these components on the back here, I would say. There's too much, a lot of snot that's actually in the way, isn't it? We wonder if we can reach other chain from this position. We can. Awesome. And there's another A chain that goes that way. And the cover is from underneath. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, let's do that now, just so we don't forget the damn thing. Don't you just love it when you come around and just pings all over the shop? Get in there, you little critter. Thank you very much. Flywheel, clutch plate, clutch pressure plate. Now, if I had known this particular repair was actually going to take so long, I would have not chatted so much and got right into it. Perhaps it's a guy thing. Perhaps most guys don't multitask very well, do we? Yes, I can hear all the ladies screaming out there. Yes, no, you guys don't multitask very well, but us ladies do. Yeah. It is what it is. Let's see if we can get that drive shaft on while we're here. Speaking of multitasking, I actually shouldn't really be doing this. I should actually be doing some jobs around the house, to be honest. But got some real life stuff to do today, but that can wait. I just wanted to do some streaming for you today before I actually get into some of the real life stuff. Brake caliper over the top of that. Now let's see what we have in regards to the suspension wires. I didn't actually take too much of this up and lower suspension arms off. We had to take these inner and outer tie rods off to get that steering rack, of course. So we can get the inner and outer tie rods on this side, and then I'll go over the other side and get those same on the other side smashed back on. So we've got those squared away. Where are you? There you are. Lost them for a moment. Oops. Okie dokie. Turbocharger and alternator. That looks like all we need from the engine. So, bugger it, we're down here. We might as well do these brake components. There's none of the suspension components that we need to do. So I think it's just brake components down this end. So we can pretty well smash these away fairly quickly. And hi, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you on board. If you've just joined the stream, then yes, welcome to a car mechanic. I'm just actually trying to do this repair, and not having a great deal of luck, to be honest. I was a little bit more involved than I anticipated. Okay, brake components. Okay, that makes sense. I've still got the ABS module to go in, so we should be able to lower the old girl and actually get some of these components smashed away in the engine bay. So we'll do the ABS module while we're at the back here. A lot of this snot at the back here I actually took off so that we had a clear path through the to the clutch components. You know, the filter and what's that called? Brake thingy there. What's that called again? Brake servo. That's the word I'm looking for. Fuel filter. Turbocharge and alternator. Okay. Let's not forget the manifold. Once the manifold's on, we can be looking at those turbochargers. Yeah, that'll do it, Captain Rye. Yeah, I know. I would just call in sick, mate. What's your excuse? Oh, sorry, I got no ice for my iced tea, so I can't see myself coming into work. Actually, I've always wanted to use that excuse. So you ring up work and say, "Oh, I've got something with my eyes." Well, what's wrong with the eyes? Oh, I just can't see myself coming in. It's an old joke, but it works. Alternator. That's a water pump. Where the goodness is the alternator? Down the bottom there. There we go. So I don't know how you're going to get through the day there, Captain Rye, if you've got no ice for your iced tea. Actually, that's something I haven't tried very often. I have tried it, but it's very rarely I'll try iced tea, to be honest. We have iced coffee over here. A lot of us drink iced coffee. Quite famous, the Farmers Union iced coffee, bit of a plug. You just buy a cardboard Tetra Pak, I suppose you call it, and yeah, Farmers Union iced coffee. It's quite famous over here, but yeah, not iced tea. Not too many people are iced tea drinkers, but I think it is an acquired taste, but still quite refreshing, especially when it's hot. And at the moment over here, it's not. It's fucking freezing. Thankfully the sun's out at the moment, but I've still behind me. I've still got the heater on because it was like about -1 degree before the sun came up this morning. So, yes, very cold. Look, we've got green lights across the board. What we're looking for, all repaired up to our 89%. Total earned. And that's what I'd like to see, 13,000 and change. Because it's such a big repair, our bill's quite excessive. So thank you very much. We still haven't got a drive shaft, have we? Front drive shaft C. Always forget one of those. That's the drive shaft that goes from the transfer case, if I'm not mistaken, which is up under here. Righty ho. Are you happy now? Let's see if we can get rid of this and earn some money. I'll tell you what. It's going to do me head in. Of course, we're going to need an oil pan and some oil. Because I actually took that off to look at those what was that, crankshaft clips, and then yeah, left the oil pan off. Now when we took the oil pan off, obviously all the oil drained out, so we need fresh oil. Oil plug. Where for out that oil plug? Aha. You'll just drink tea without any ice. Ah, oh, you're on the edge, man. You're out there. Just the type of guy you are. Sounds like it was actually homemade tea, as opposed to commercially purchased, you know, from the shop. Speaking of things that are cold, this coffee has actually gone cold, which is not nice. Well, I'll tell you what, I was actually going to do the third one there, but we actually have been going on for just over an hour, guys. and I think we might be just about see how involved this one's. General running gear control and repairs. Yeah, it seems a fairly extensive repair. So, look, I might have to call it a day, at least for this particular stream. I don't like streaming for too long because it is a fair bit to watch in one hit. So, look, thank you, Captain Rye, for dropping by. I'm going to have to wind it up there, mate. And Adam, for thanks again for dropping by. Those who are going to be watching this at a later date on YouTube, go and check out both Captain Rye's and Adam's YouTubes. They do awesome jobs over there. As I said, Captain Rye's right into his World of Warships, and to see him operating one of those World of Warships, it's poetry in motion. So yeah, go and check him out. It's certainly be worth doing. Other than that, I'm going to have to bid you farewell. Again, thank you very much for your company. I really do appreciate it, and I'll look forward to it next time.